Guys, so I'm actually gonna be doing a vlog this week. I haven't done one in ages, but my boyfriend's out for most of the week because it's race week in Cheltenham and he's doing lots of stuff with his friends, and I don't really get involved with it just because it makes my anxiety go crazy. So I'm home alone, and I thought to make myself less lonely and because I'll be doing some sort of interesting things, I would vlog the week. So if you've watched any of my videos recently, you'll know that I had really long hair. I've just cut it all short, not today, not myself, and I'm just about to curl it a little bit to make it look a bit less, I don't know, poofy and lifeless at the same time. So yeah, I basically got 10 inches cut off my hair for the Little Princess's Trust last week, and it still feels really, really weird to have it this short. Yeah, I've got some sort of exciting things to show you. I'm going on a bit of a road trip today with my sister. We're going down to Slough, which is where my parents live. Well, my dad lives in Wokingham, so we're going there as well, and we're going to visit my grandma because she's not been very well recently, and we just wanted to see her, to partly to like cheer her up and partly to see how she's doing. So that's the plan for today, and then hopefully some baking. But I'm about to film my reading wrap up for February, and it's the 10th of March, so I'm a bit behind, but yeah, that's why I've got all my makeup done and everything ready, and I'm going to, yeah, curl my hair. My hair's all sort of curled. I don't know why everything's so overexposed in the background. It looks like I'm in some kind of alternate world. But I'm about to film my reading wrap up for the month, and I thought I'd just show you what I read. So one of them, my only Kindle book, messy around here. My only Kindle book that I read was The Leopard by something di Tomasi. It's like the best-selling Italian classic of all time. I can't really remember what it's about. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't something that I like super enjoyed. It was a really interesting insight into like Italian families and society back, I think it was in, I think it started off like in the early 1900s and went up to the 1960s. Or maybe I'm thinking of the 1800s. I can't remember. But then next, after that, I read Dracula, which was a reread for me. So I read it 3 or 4 years ago when I was at uni, and I read it as part of a feminist module, so we read it from a feminist perspective, which was really interesting, and I'm glad I got to read it from that kind of point of view. But reading it again, I loved it just as much as I did the first time, so it was fab. And then I've got Doing It by Hannah Witten. I love Hannah's videos. I really wanted to like this, and there were parts of it that I did, but I think it's much more suited to more of a like teen audience. I think it's a really great book for yeah, teens that are learning about sex ed and haven't really, like, their schools aren't doing it properly, or it's not very inclusive. And I quite like the fact that Hannah had for topics that she didn't really know how to talk about, like I think there's a section from a man talking about watching porn and porn addiction, and there's a section about being trans by somebody that is trans, and I thought it was really good that she actually got other people on board to write about those things, rather than just doing it herself from a perspective where she can't really understand exactly what it's like to be in that situation. Yeah, that's all I read in February, so that is going to be quite a quick video. But I also wanted to show you guys, I've got my Reading in Heels package for the month. It's basically, I will turn the camera around and show you what it is. So this is the Reading in Heels package. Basically, it's a subscription that I basically order it one-off every month rather than signing up to have it every month. And I haven't had it for a few months just because it was Christmas and there was just lots of things. We went on holiday. I just couldn't really afford it. So it's £10 a month plus postage. And basically you get a book and lots of little goodies in it. So I haven't opened this yet, obviously. And usually they're kind of themed as to, like, I imagine the February one had something to do with Valentine's, but you get this with each one. It's a little postcard, and I really think it's so pretty to talk about. Yeah, you can collect them and say all of these things, what the title is and how you would describe it, where you read it, how you made it, how it made you feel, and a little mini review. And then you've basically got this, which talks about what is in the box this month. And then all the goodies are wrapped up together. So we have got some wildflowers, which I will plant in the garden. And then this is postcards. These are postcards. I imagine they've got something to do with International Women's Day. And obviously these are very good postcards. They're very motivational. And I love that one actually, because everybody talks about Fred Astaire. Ginger Rogers, just not mentioned. And there's a little sleep well scented therapy balm. I think I've actually got one of these from a similar kind of subscription box before, but it was actually really good. You rub it on your wrists and you can rub it on your temples as well and your neck, and it helps you sleep. It's got lavender and all those other bits in. And the book for this month is House of Beauty by Melba Escobar, and this is the blurb, which sounds really interesting. I haven't read all of the books that I've received from this box before, but all the ones that I have read have been incredible, and a couple of them have made it onto like my favourite books of last year. And the last thing is this caramel and sea salt chocolate, which is named after Cordelia from Shakespeare's, I actually don't know which one she is, King Lear. She's one of his daughters. They did this in a previous box, but we got Desdemona and it was white chocolate. Maybe it was white chocolate and strawberry. That would make a lot of sense. I can't remember exactly what. So yeah, that's what's in the box this month. I think it's actually a really good deal. It varies month to month. I've had like facial oils and stuff that are really good. And yeah, as I said, all of the books that I've received, I've actually loved. And they've all been something slightly outside of my comfort zone. There was a collection of short stories. There was one that was like a mixture of writing and poetry. And yeah, they're always really fab. So I would definitely recommend it if you are looking for a subscription box to sign up to. Morning, guys. Oh God, that was loud. So I'm wearing my sellotaped glasses because they're broken. I've also got work today. It's a Monday and my sister's up at the moment, so I'm just walking past all the bins. Delightful. So I'm going in to try and book a half day, and then hopefully we're going to hinch the house and maybe bake some cookies, and then I think I'm going to go to a gym class tonight, so it should be quite a busy day. I'm quite looking forward to this weekend, to vlogging it and sharing it with you guys. Yesterday I didn't really vlog that much because we basically went up and saw family, which was really it was really nice, but just like not something that I can vlog. I don't really go home and see them very often, so yeah, I didn't really want to like shove the camera in their face and be like, hey, I only see you once every 6 months, but here's a camera. But I did, I'm not a very good driver. I went to see my grandma and she loves her gardening and she loves her garden, and I definitely managed to run over her front lawn, so that wasn't ideal. I could just see my dad cringe and turn away in horror when I drove off. But other than that, it was a really good day. We went to, there's an app called Too Good To Go, and it's basically designed to reduce food waste, so that restaurants can like basically sell off the food that at the end of the night they're going to throw away at a reduced price. And we used it to get food from Yo Sushi a week ago, and it was really, really good from there. And then last night we used it to get food from a Chinese buffet that we haven't ever tried eating at before normally, and it wasn't great. So we won't do that again. Yeah, hopefully today's exciting. Right, so I'm home from work. You can hear my sister's music in the background and the washing machine, but I really hope they're not too loud. So basically I've booked this afternoon off, and I might be off tomorrow as well, and we're gonna hinch the whole house. So it's actually honestly like a state like not okay. I've just done loads of washing up, which is there, you can't really see because the window's so bright. There we go. Loads of washing up, and there's literally still so much to do because I let everything, and an Easter egg, I let everything become chaos. So we're gonna have some lunch. I think we're gonna have some banana sandwiches, which is disgusting, but at the same time delicious. And then we're cleaning the insides of all the cupboards and decluttering them in the kitchen. Music's louder out here. Then I'm going to do all the ironing because I've let that get out of control there as well. Little Sid's here. Hello. Going to do the ironing. And then once that's done, my sister's just hoovered in here and started to clean the sides and like sort out what's on the sides. And then we're going to sort out all the insides of the cupboards around here. So I've obviously got my hair up now, which I don't know what's happening here. And like my stitchy jumper on because we're just cleaning and it's cold in the house. I've just turned the heating on, but I wanted to show you, we've basically just like cleaned the whole house. Not the whole house, that's a lie. We've cleaned the whole kitchen, like gone into the cupboards and done everything. So I obviously showed you how much of a tip it was earlier. And now you can see what it's like. So, oh wow, it's a little bit of kitchen roll there. We've like sorted out all the washing up, cleaned all of the sides, and then sorted out all of my cupboards. So this was just absolute chaos. And now that's all sorted out, and our Tupperware cupboard. This we've created like a baking cupboard because I do a lot of baking, and this cupboard wasn't being really used at all. My sister Marie-kondoed the tea towels. That's like a permanent stain that was there when we moved in, and sorted out all of the kind of like big cutlery and made a chopping board drawer. And then we've got the food cupboard, which has been completely organised, and now there's a spare shelf at the top. I used to have baking on these two cupboards, and then this all like crammed into one thing, and like cans down here, and this is just like the plates and bowls. We cleaned the window. So today's a bit more of a casual day. It's Tuesday. Got no makeup on, wearing my dressing gown. I did book today off, so I've done the washing up from last night, which never usually happens first thing in the morning. And now I'm going to take some blog photos. So I thought I'd show you kind of like my setup for it and what I do and like how I organise it. So this is basically my setup. I write a list of things that I want to take photos of this week. Sometimes like the list's a bit longer, sometimes it's a bit shorter, depending on like basically what I've got to take photos of. So I'm taking a photo of my new book bullet journal spread. I'm really behind. I've only just set up like the calendars for the year. I wanted to take a picture of it black and white, and then I'm going to colour it in, and then as the year goes on I'll be filling in like the titles along the bookshelves as I've read books. I think I've read 10 or 11 books so far this year, but I put them in here when I've written the Goodreads review for them, which I haven't done for any of them yet, so I'm really behind. Then I've got this rainbow stack of books that I wanted to take a picture of because I thought it'd look really nice on Instagram. I've got a Kindle book to take a photo of, and then How to Stop Time by Matt Haig. My shea butter hand cream, which has been getting me through because like I've got some kind of eczema that's come back. I'm a bit worried that it might be psoriasis rather than eczema, but it's just on this finger. And it's so dry, like I'm trying my best to keep it moisturised. And then I've got the Reading in Heels box that I showed you the contents of the other day. And I'm really, really hoping that my colourpop order that I made is going to come through today. As well as we're baking some cookies, so I'll take some photos of them later. And I've got my Harry Potter mug to take a photo with as well. So yeah, that's kind of like, I usually take them on my bed. I might bring in some kind of like scarf or blanket or something to use as a background, but that's pretty much it. And some blog props. I've got like some fake flowers and things. So we've just basically finished decluttering the whole bedroom. This spray is going downstairs. And yeah, we've like tidied up so all of here's empty, and this is my massive mountain of clothes to go to the charity shop now, and all the rubbish that needs to go in the bin. But yeah, that was quite a lot. I will show you guys what we've done now. Yeah, we've obviously we've tidied up all on here. I had like loads of candles here, and to be honest, this whole thing was smothered. But it's really, we've got like this, I had an old plant on here and it just completely like the water soaked through and absolutely stained it, so that's quite annoying. But these were like completely filled, and now they've just got contact lenses and jewelry in, and again this was like completely full. All of these are like makeup stains that I just can't get out. But I've like decluttered my drawers. It's still quite messy. I think my top drawer is the most full, but these are all the trousers and skirts I own, which is a bit terrifying. Most of them didn't fit. And then my pyjama drawer, I think I got rid of like 5 pairs of pyjamas or something. So yeah, this is the mountain. This is the mountain of stuff to get rid of. And then yeah, we did on top of here as well. This is going downstairs, but this is like a little candle holder that's staying. And then we did my wardrobe. So these are basically all of my clothes, and I've just moved all of the dead coat hangers to the end. I got rid of quite a lot of like old jumpers, and I've moved all of my jackets out of here as well into the spare room because we've got a spare wardrobe in there, and there wasn't any point like keeping this full. And I've moved my candles that were on top of here into here because there's no like need to have them out, and they were just like cluttering everywhere up. And then I've got my shoes and my bags down the bottom. So yeah, and then old cuddly toys. And that's basically that done. The next thing that we need to tackle is this room, which my bookshelves are neat, and then it just... But right, this is kind of like the level that the old room was at. So we've got like stuff down here, stuff over here, like all under the bed needs to be sorted. Up here, this whole like cabinet, all over here. Like, it's just an absolute tip. So that's next on the agenda. I don't think I've actually vlogged anything today, so I thought I'd actually do something. I've got my backup glasses on because my glasses are broken, which is great. My dressing gown and like my little mini top. So I'm just feeling like really tired today and snuggly. So basically today I'm back to work after having a day and a half off with my sister, and we're really busy at the moment, so it went really quickly. But I had a doctor's appointment after work to try and see what's wrong with my immune system, because I don't know, I imagine you can hear it, but I'm obviously quite nasally. But I always have like a cold, and I'm allergic to something. I have hay fever, but I'm allergic to something that like dust or something that like impacts me all year round, and I don't know what it is. And yeah, I've basically gone to the doctors to try and start the process of seeing what's actually wrong and why I always get these things. So that was quite scary because I've been putting it off for so long, and tomorrow I've now got a blood test to try and see I think they're checking to see if anything's wrong with my thyroid or vitamin levels, or to see if I'm anemic or anything like that. I've never had a blood test before. Did I just say that? So that's terrifying. But I thought I would show you my Colourpop order came. I ordered a couple of the bits from the Zoella range. So I've been waiting for so long, and it felt like everybody got theirs before I did. But it's finally here, and I'm excited to kind of like unbox it for you. So this is the box that it came in, which is weirdly not... I don't know what I did expect, but it was not this. But inside it's pretty. So basically with this range, I'm not sure if they do it with all of Colourpop's stuff, but you paid an extra fee at the kind of payment bit. I don't know what that's called. And when you paid for the products, you paid extra so that you didn't get hit with a customs charge that was like unexpected. So that was quite a good idea, I thought, because otherwise, well, I assume they just didn't want to have the hassle of people complaining at them. This is interestingly packaged. That is not done up. This is, let's tuck that in. This is the Self Love Club lipstick. It's like a matte lipstick. It's really trying to zoom in on this. So I really like the design of it. I like the little thread eggs on it. This is their ultra matte lip, and I think it was $5.50. It was something like that. So I'm just going to see if I can... Yay! This is what it looks like. So it's like quite a deep red. I will try and swatch it on my hand in a moment to show you guys. Is it going to focus? There we go. Yeah, this was... I really actually, now that I've made the order... I thought about it afterwards, and I always get drawn in by like pretty reds, and I don't wear a red lip that often, but I wear a matte, like a nude lip all the time. So I should have gone with that, and I don't know why I didn't. I just got sucked in. I think it says on there as well that, yeah, this is the Self Love Club one. I think she brought out 3 different lipsticks, and then I bought the Brunch Date eyeshadow palette. Is it gonna zoom? There we go. So I think this is really pretty. I've never bought anything from Colourpop before, so I don't actually know exactly what their quality is like, but I'm gonna, yeah, have a look at it all. I'm gonna take some photos of this one before I swatch it, and these are the names of all the different shades. There we go. Let's see if I can open this one-handed. This is something I've wanted to order, something from Colourpop for ages, and when this came out I thought this would be a good one to try, because I really like the look of the palette and the shades. I think the design's really pretty. It's obviously quite striking. And yeah, this is the palette. I don't know, I don't think I've put it anywhere on YouTube, but basically my Naked 3 palette got smashed on the way back from Amsterdam, and I was so gutted. The shades are actually like a bit lighter, not on camera. And a lot of the shades that I use are quite similar to some of these, like a lot of my daily shades that I'd use, like this one, or which in reality is more of a like kind of like taupey, kind of dark nudey colour, like a dark nude lip. And I would usually use that with, oh, let's stop doing that. Something like this maybe. Yeah, so these 2 shades are some things that they're quite similar to the ones in the Naked palette that I would use quite often. I'm not sure about this, because something like this, which is like slightly goldy, always makes, I don't know what it makes me look like, but not great. But yeah, I really like the idea of using like champagne toast as a little, you could use that as a highlight on your cheeks, or like a little inner corner highlight. I'm not sure if I'm ever going to use the blue. I might at some point, but I think the like colours are really pretty and the names are really pretty as well. I'm not too fussed about whether something's matte or glittery. I use both, and there's both in the Naked palette as well. So yeah, you can feel that this is like, in comparison to the Naked palette, it's obviously not as good in terms of quality, but it was a lot cheaper. And I really love all the names, as I said. Yeah, so that's basically the Colourpop order that I've spoken through at. Right, so just very quickly whilst I have it out, this, there we go. This is the colour of the lipstick, and this is the applicator. It's like a very small doe foot, so it could be quite precise. I quite like it. It's like a slightly kind of like blue undertone red, which is what I really, really like. But I do really wish I'd brought the nude instead. Right, so it's Thursday. I always feel a bit awkward about vlogging in public, and what do I look like today? I did not do anything with my hair this morning, so I'm going to the gym later, but I've just had my first blood test, and it was kind of terrifying. I was a bit scared because, one, me and my dad are very similar people, like temperament-wise, constitution-wise, everything. And he always faints. So I was like, well, I'm going to prepare myself to faint for the first time. And also my sister was very ill when we were younger, and I've got these slightly scarring memories of her like screaming when she had blood tests when she was a kid. So I was very nervous, and I got there and the lady was so lovely. But I had to, she was like, oh, you've got a lot of blood that needs taking. And I was like, delightful, this is what I've always wanted. And she basically tried in one arm, but I've got tiny veins. She spent a while kind of, I'm just gonna put this arm down because it feels very weak. She spent a while trying to get the needle in one arm and actually like get it in a vein and get anything out, but she really couldn't, so she tried the other arm and that was a lot better. And she was like, you need to tell the next person that does this that you need a butterfly, which I don't know what that means, and I'm almost definitely going to forget it. So hopefully in a week or so I'll have some kind of answers about what's wrong with my immune system and why I'm so ill all the time. But that was like not an ideal lunchtime. And I thought I'd show you the finished room. This is coming from the future a few days later. I need to sort out this bag and this, but and that sock. Let's sort that one out and put the bin back. This was, yeah, I think I showed you guys, there was like loads of stuff all over the bed. The duvet's not there at the moment, and I've got those books to put away. Basically, my boyfriend used the spare room the other day when he had a night out, and I was at work the next morning. I was like, you must sleep in the spare room. We did sort all this out, which is a lot better. Like, all of these surfaces now are a lot better, and we've gone through all of these drawers, and they're all a lot tidier than they were. And yeah, I think this was filled with stuff. This is going to have blog stuff in, like blog props, and this is my makeup drawer. This is going to as well. I can't remember if I showed you guys that this whole thing was filled with paper, but now it's all tidied away. We've sorted this out and cleaned it out, and all my drawers are all tidy again. This is, yeah, so it's a lot better than it was. I've like shoved so many things in the wardrobe, but that is what it is now. Hey guys, so this is basically me signing off from the vlog. I've just filmed a couple of videos. I filmed one where I do a how to use the Body Shop's Drops of Youth concentrate, and one where I try out the new colourpop bits that I picked up. So I've got the eyeshadow on here, which it was so much more pigmented than I expected. Like, it was really, really nice, and it feels like really good quality. And then I've got the Self Love Club lipstick on as well. And obviously, since you guys last saw me, I've had my hair done. It feels really weird. I've got like a blonde balayage going through it, and I feel I keep having these moments. I either really, really love it and I'm like, oh my god, this is new and I really like it, or I really hate it. So this is not exactly ideal. But yeah, it feels really weird to have gone through such a like big hair transformation over the last couple of weeks. Obviously I had it really long, and then I cut it off for the Princess's Trust, and now it's blondie-ish. Yeah, this is my new hair, and I thought I would show you guys. Yeah, I'm going to sign off from the vlog now. I really hope you enjoyed it. I really actually enjoyed filming it this week, and there were lots more bits to put in than I expected, but I'm not sure if every week would be like that, so I'm not sure when the next one is going to be, but if you guys like it, let me know, and I will try to film some more videos. And I hope you guys enjoyed this. See you next time.